Hey everybody. It's time for Thursday's Under the Cowl of MS Podcast, where I talk about and show off whatever the heck I feel like it. Mr. Lemmy decided to hop up just as I was getting ready to get started. He knew I was popping up the video, figured he better get on there for a few seconds. Squirrel's outside yelling at him. He just came back inside. The squirrel's still yelling. Rah, rah, rah. Not a happy character when Lemmy's out cruising around. So not going to be happy next week when I start trimming all these trees, because he's got a bunch of tree branches that go right to my roof, and he's been going on my roof. And when the inspector inspected the attic upstairs, he found some turds, thinking they were mice, but I think they're squirrel turds. I think he found a way to sneak in the vent up there or something like that. Which I love my squirrels. Damn it. Get out of my house. And you can come in the house and hang out with us, but don't be shitting all over my house and pissing all over my house. Yeah, put a tiny litter box up there for squirrels. You gotta stay on the camera. Someone's drag racing down the main road. I really want to know what happened last night. All of a sudden, a cop siren. It had to be a police car, but the siren on it was and it was going really fast and louder. And then they flew by. I know he didn't stop at the stop sign or even look at that stop sign, so there could have been an accident just with the cop himself, because he was hauling ass. All of a sudden, a few minutes later, another one, and then another one, and then another one. It's like over about a 10-minute period, there's like, I think it was like 4 different very strange sounding cop cars flying by. I've never heard the sirens like that. I don't know if they have different types of sirens that they got on their cars nowadays or what. But yeah, it was really choppy, loud, cracky, weird, just all kinds of little beeps and sounds. Just I can't mimic it. It was really weird. But yeah, I want to say it happened about 4 o'clock in the morning. So something big was going on. We don't have that many cops around here in our town. Oh, I got double eyebrows going again. I gotta get the wife to trim me up, shave up the neck. I know there's a bunch of hair growing back there again. Freaking German heritage. My hairs are crazy, and I did find another. Where is it? It's a smaller one now, but a hair growing off the side of my head, my ear. Excuse me. Must be just because it's cold week, because other people were sneezing on their podcast too, I noticed the other day. It's the first time in a long time I only sneezed 3 times. I'm up to this weird 4 to 11 times now. The other night I just could not stop. Just sneeze, then wait a couple minutes, sneeze again. Just kept coming out of me. No one blessed me, so the demons must have got in. Uh, Talking, oh yeah, the cops and all that action and adventure going on in my life out here. And the night before that, I heard a cop just hit his thing right. I pulled over someone right outside our house. I figured he was coming in to bust me for something. What does that feel good on jowls? Get those jowls. I just don't know what to do about his ears. We've been doing all kinds of cleaning and putting those stupid drops in that they give us, but it's just not getting better this time. Seems like they're just staying at the irritating level for him. So I guess we're gonna make a vet appointment and maybe try a different type of drop or something. But we'll see what happens. Ah, great. The sneezing has my nose runny feeling. But let's start out the week with a little comic talk. We'll read another page of some of the most important comics of all time. Getting into this because I'm learning some stuff. Hopefully you are too. Hopefully you're enjoying the little rants and stuff. Little knowledge I've been throwing at you. But this one is Marvel Comics #1. I didn't realize when I did the Action Comics #1, they have pricing estimates for back then. They got $75,000 to $100,000 for that. I don't know what it is currently, but I'm just telling you what they have in here for the times. This would have been back in the 90s. Time in the 90s. This is Marvel Comics #1 we're talking about today. I don't remember ever seeing that one. For being like the second or third most important comic or expensive comic or wanted comic or whatever. Can't believe I've never seen that cover before. Oh, okay. On the cover it says this month the Human Torch, the Angel, Submariner, and the Masquerader. I think that would have had to have been back when it was the other Human Torch, which I have one book with him on, or some type of book with him on, and I like that Human Torch better than the normal Fantastic Four Human Torch. Definitely interesting, but I don't know enough about him. I think Dr. Silver Age or Shannon or one of the older, well knowledged guys were talking about him like a week or two ago. My cat likes laying kind of upside down with his head down alongside my leg, and then he'll gradually slink further and further down the chair until he almost falls off. All right. Martin Goodman was a semi-successful publisher of pulp fiction magazines in the 1930s. His roster of titles covered all the bases: science fiction, western, war, adventure, romance, and sports. Perhaps because his titles were less prestigious than the amazing stories or weird tales of the times, or because he had failed in coming up with characters to rival Doc Savage or the Shadow. His ears were open when a representative of the comic book production shop of Funnies Incorporated approached him with what was then becoming something quite common. Like other publishers with no overt connection to the comics industry, Goodman was convinced to give a flyer to the burgeoning industry. The selling point was apparently irresistible. He would be presented with a prepared, finished package each month. cost for which being totally contained in the service fee asked by funnies. For whatever reason, Goodman said yes. Oh, this should show you the Marvel Comics #1 there. The old Flash on the cover. The Funnies Incorporated shop comprised veterans of the booming superhero industry, as they had largely done for centuries, I believe. But my nose is itching like crazy. All right. Yeah, I gotcha. All right. Oh, as they have, it wasn't centuries, as they had largely done for Centaur Comics. The rapidly growing but soon to fizzle company with the largest roster of superheroes, the head of the shop was the former editor at Centaur and was in a position to hire those he considered the best. These included Bill Everett, who did Amazing Spider-Man and Skyrocket Steel. Oh, I never heard of Skyrocket Steel. And soon after created Hydro Man for Eastern Color. Never heard of Eastern Color, but I've heard of Hydro Man. Carl Burgess, who handled Iron Skull and Stony Dawson. Paul Gustafson, isn't that from? Isn't he on what you call it, Old Men, the fishing Minnesota fishing movies? My brain just lost it. Uh, let's see. So Paul Gustafson, who'd been responsible for the Arrow, Phantom of the Fair, Man o' War, and Amazing Man. Some great comics. And Ben Thompson, who did work for Eastern Color on Hydro Man and Rainbow. He's something on this comic. No, it doesn't have. I was kind of expecting a company logo in the corner, but all they have is the 10-cent thing. They're very simplistic back then. Happenstance was responsible for 3 of the features, which these 4 men contributed to the first issue of what would be initially called Marvel Comics. Mystery was later added between those 2 words. Marvel Mystery Comics is what it became. Kind of hard. Legs wrapped around my my arm. All right. Let's see. And the Kazar, the great character done by Thompson, had been the star of Goodman published pulp of 1937. Otherwise, how different Marvel Comics of today might have been had not funnies. Terrible writers in this. I keep finding mistakes. Had not Funnies Incorporated delivered the contents, ultimately published in #1. Everett's Prince Namor, the Submariner, which had apparently been slated to initially become the star of a line of premium giveaway comics in Motion Picture Comics Weekly, was rescued from the discard pile and given the anchor spot. Somewhere along the line, Burgos decided to do Namor's opposite number, Fire, and came up with the Human Torch, the original Android version. Gustafson's contribution was a mustached, colorfully costumed, though otherwise unpowered, hero called the Angel. The remaining features a one-shot story called Jungle Terror and a rehashed version of the Lone Ranger called the Masked Ranger. Made up the balance of the first issue, but were of little note otherwise. In varying incarnations, each of these four characters survive to this day. Namor and the original Torch, each of whom survived the entire run of Marvel Mystery Comics, though number 102 or through number 102 in 1949. So it's a pretty good run up into the late 40s. Received their own comics in the early 40s and were revived for a short time in 1953 to 55. Became stock players in the earliest 1960s Marvel title, Fantastic Four. Both, along with the newer Johnny Storm, Fantastic Four Human Torch, continue their adventures to this day. A new version of Kazar was introduced in 1965 and remains an active part of today's Marvel Universe. And a new Angel became one of the original X-Men and now operates as the Archangel. Further important figures in the Marvel Universe: the Vision, the Patriot, Miss America, Blonde Phantom, and even Captain America all put in lengthy stints during the book's run as Marvel's single superhero anthology to outlast the war. Cool. That was interesting. A little bit. That one. Always enjoyable. Learning a little bit of knowledge. Yeah, you little furballs. He's at that point where he's just hanging on that edge, and just if I don't keep my arm there, he's gonna go sliding right down into the comic. My weird glasses match my shirt today. I found a bunch of cheater glasses when I cleaned out the family home, and they're all around my cheater level 2.25 to 2.75. So I kept a bunch of them. That's why I got these. 'Cause my other pair that I had here basically crapped out on me. Oh, you gonna move or something? Gonna go to your big pillow bed? Yeah. Make up your mind. I need this arm anyways. There you go. That's better. Let's get it back to our show. Damn cat hogging all the attention. In this tower. Watched a squirrel try and collect those big black walnut things again today. It's just funny watching him when he grabs them because they're about that big green round, uh, handball looking, tennis ball looking things. And the squirrel pick them out of the tree, and they're just as well, they're bigger than his head. Carry them around pretty good with that soft outer shell. I'm surprised the weird poisoner. It's not really poison, but it's a smell that comes off it like citronella, but apparently it kills or keeps other plants from growing around it. But yet I got a bunch of other trees on my tree line, so kind of curious. I know it works against anything like gardening plants and flowers and stuff like that, but I got lilies that grow right next to them and stuff, so I don't know what. And those tiny little blue flowers all over the ground in spring. I don't know how it affects certain things and stuff, but definitely cutting some of them damn things down. And then I'll have the nice black walnut about that big around. Uh, Tree trunk. I'm thinking shaft. I'm thinking branch. But yeah, the main tree's about 10 inches around. The couple that I want to chop down, so those are going to be perfect fire size. Basically, cut them into like foot and a half blocks, and then be nice single splits. I don't want to have a little bonfires. I'll be piling those up. But and I know I got to get the painting done this week, but I'm gonna wait till Sunday or Monday to do it or start doing it. Hopefully, I could get it done in one day. It just depends if I need extra equipment or stuff. I don't know. I have yet to be upstairs since the renter left. I just, without having a staircase inside this house, I can get to the staircase going upstairs. I go down and outside, up another staircase, come in that way. I just haven't. I'm working on this level of the house right now, and that's all I care about. I was gonna paint this week, but the wife put a ton of boxes in the kitchen that's taking up the whole kitchen space. So today I'm gonna work on that. Try and get that all gone through and pack away a ton of kitchen stuff that we don't need because we don't have shit for cupboards in the kitchen, just a couple cupboards next to the sink. So I want to limit to just the items I really need to cook with, and then the rest in totes down in the basement. It's a 1920s house, but it's a dry basement, which amazes me for being that old. So I just wish the damn roofer would get his ass back to me 2 months ago. I think it was like January 1st or the beginning of January when he came out and looked everything over, and he has still yet to give me my quote. But when I messaged after about a month, the secretary's like, they are definitely going to be getting back to you. He's really busy right now doing a couple big jobs. It's like, well, that's fine, but when they get home at night, they can paper and add up a quick estimate so I know if I'm definitely going to use them or not, so I can decide if I'm going to call a different company, which I'm doing anyways next week. I want to get that room painted, and then I'm going to start hitting up the damn electricians and siders and handyman again. And the plumber was good, came and took care of all that stuff. Now I just got to get these other people out here and get the shit done before winter. I mean, come on, people. Uh, I had to try it. I broke down, tried the crispy onion whopper at Burger King. I like it. They shouldn't call it a crispy onion whopper. I think they should not put their onion rings on it. They should not put bacon. I guess if you like bacon, I'm not a bacon. I don't need bacon on all my stuff. I would rather have crispy bacon bits and the crispy onion rings that they put on there. But they also put their onion rings on, which, if you know their onion rings, they're a soft shell onion ring, a soft battered, and you don't get that crunch. So it's not really a crispy Whopper because you got soft onion rings on there. The bacon was really fatty that they had on there. That's why I like the bacon bits because it's all basically meat. The fat's been burned off. But yeah, if they just use those tiny crispy onion rings that are on there, those are awesome. Double up those, pull off the old onion rings, don't put those on there, and either make bacon bits or eliminate the bacon. That would be an excellent Whopper. That's the way I'd do it, but it was good. But it just, when you hit the soft onion ring and stuff, it's like, eh, I want crispiness. Need something crispy in my life. I want that crunch. All right. Uh, I'm gonna do two comics this week. I like to talk about at least one comic every week on here. But this week, these two have been sitting waiting for me to do a review, but I haven't read anything else because I'm working on a prose novel at the moment and I've been spending too much time doing other stuff. So I didn't. I got these read like last week, and then I haven't read much other stuff since, which is bad of me, but because I still have Xbox Game Pass for 4 more days, I think it is. So basically, at night, I'm just vegging on Xbox, trying to get through some of the games that they have. But first one I'm going to talk about is Predator Black, White, and Blood #1. I love these black, white, and red, black, white, and blood, black, white, and gold, and all the different ones that they did. You get yourself a few different stories in here. Wonderful artwork by a variety of creators and writers, artists. Uh, start out with James Higgins of the Bloodwood Mining Concern. Do not miss your opportunity to stake your claim in history. They go way back in time. People were claiming their properties, trying to get some land, trying to survive the harsh times back then, and an alien, well, not an alien, something falls from the sky and gets seen, and then we jump to a fighting ring going on. And if you know me, I hate animal abuse, especially actual animal abuse, but when they do it in the books, they have a shitty artist, it doesn't bother me. It's the good artist that can put those faces on those animals and make you feel that they're feeling pain and stuff like that. Those are the ones. You're a great artist, but I don't want to see that shit. I want to see kids being abused or animals being abused. Once the kids hit 12 years old, then I don't care. Humans above 12, you have enough common sense in your head not to do stupid things, and then hopefully nothing bad will happen to you. But other than that, once people turn into teenagers, a lot of them turn into jackasses. So I don't care. Adults, teenagers, and stuff like that, how they represent them in books, unless it's something crappy. Uh, we find out once they get it, all of a sudden, like a dog fighting ring later on in the fights, they start bringing the dogs out. We see a predator character that was apparently what fell from the sky, and they contained it, abused it, and now they make a fight with dogs. And yeah, I don't like that concept, and all that, but they did an awesome job with the story and of course with the art. So it was hard to say. At first I was like, yeah, don't want to get into this, but then it did turn out with an interesting vibe to the story. It is continued, so it's going to have more to it, but the first part of it was actually interesting. How they did it. In this one, they can't, they don't have it written down right because they're easily findable. looks like this was based in Australia too. So it would have been when they were claiming land back then in Australia. Doesn't look like Australia though in the background the way they're doing this, but just like they have a page basically inviting people to get their properties, find their properties and stuff. I wanted to see who wrote it. Oh, okay, there we go. The last page has it, of course. 'Cause why put it on the first page? I hate that. They're doing this now. It's like, just put all the info on the first page and then give me my damn story. That was Bloodwood Part 1, written by Joe Kelly and artist Alvaro Lopez. I know his work, but yeah, he does an excellent job with facial features, images, and stuff like that. I'll just show you this last page, but I'm not going to spoil it for you. And then the next story is Once and Future. Writer is Elliot Rahal, and Brian Level is the artist. Color artist is Lee Luridge. I know Lee, but I don't know the other two names. But yeah, he's basically got an old guy laying there dying, has some like images in his dreams and stuff like that. They some characters get offered a job opportunity to help this wizard like character search for what he's looking for, and it's not good with where they end up coming when they cross paths with a predator character. But it has a Merlin type feel to the story, especially the ending of it. So it was interesting, a good, decent one. This one I really enjoyed. Uh, Welcome Rayonet Incorporated. Um, this is probably my favorite story, but you have people at a gun show and they're showing off things, and then the guy that's running, I'm guessing he's running the show, but he has this thing that can detect like weaponry, amount of people that are in a certain area, different types of things, and when he does, his machine comes up with some very interesting numbers and information, and it's because there's a predator in the midst of the show, and he's just basically hiding out in the rafters. Look at that. A face that a mom would love. But I really like how they did it. How the Predators like, oh, these people should be champions. They should be warriors. They should be really important, highly skilled professional killers and stuff because they're at a show about weaponry and stuff that can kill people, and Predator ends up being detected by a machine and things happen. But I really like what the Predator keeps saying and stuff, and how it's all represented. And yeah, I didn't say who worked on that one because they did not have it at the beginning of that story either. Uh, okay, it was writer Sarah Gailey and artist Fran Galan. Awesome job, Sarah. I don't know who you are. I don't recognize seeing your name before, and same with Fran. But beautiful artwork, wonderful storyline. That was my favorite one of this issue. So Predator, Black, White, and Blood. I'm looking forward to getting the rest of the series. Hopefully, I didn't pick it up when it first came out because I decided I was going to wait for the trade on some of these Black, White, and Blood style storylines because they came out with way more than I planned them to. So it's like after a while there, you're just going broke buying all these different comics. So I figured I'd save some money and pick up trades, but then I think I might have got that through Cicada Sonic or somebody. I don't, yeah, I don't think I pre-ordered it, but yeah, that was fun and a little disappointing with the first story, but they did a good job with it. Just hate watching of the innocent. Uh, we got Venom War Deadpool #1. I was hoping Squirrel Girl was in this because these style symbiote head garments and stuff look just like the Squirrel Girl tail when the symbiote takes over Squirrel Girl. But we find out that symbiotes are running amok, taking over everybody. Deadpool's doing his best to take out who he can. He gets some help. I can't remember her name. Let's see if they mention it. Nope, not on this page at least. But yeah, she's like a symbiote character herself, but yet she's fighting the symbiotes. And of course, Deadpool's puppy, Princess. Princess is just always cracks me up. It's this big ass dog, and just always going around, Daddy. It's like Papa hates elephants. "Mm, Papa, can I go with you? Can I help you?" Just such an innocent style character for a symbiotic dog. Uh, but they're battling, trying to stop the symbiote outbreak above the surface. But then to try and get away and get a break, they go below the surface to where pretty much the monster island, all the monsters around Frank and all them, Frankie, uh, went underground. And they're basically safe from all symbiotes, not being bothered, living it up. I love that Man Thing's there. And it's really enjoyable story. I like this character that's on here. She's a lot of fun. I want to know more about her. I don't think I've seen her before. Uh, but the monsters get a little ticked off because they came below the surface. Deadpool's kind of in some trouble still from Monster Island back in the day and all that stuff. And all of a sudden, Monster World below the surface gets attacked by the symbiotes also. So all hell's breaking loose throughout the world, and these characters. That the last page, I want to show the last page all the time, but I don't want to completely give away stuff. But yeah, this comic was a lot of fun. Definitely want to pick up the rest of these. I don't know how many. I'm guessing like a 5-issue run, maybe 4 or 5 issue run. Those are two comics that I don't have in my pre-orders. I am definitely going to be looking for them, and I also can't wait till this weekend to go to Milwaukee Mighty Con and just have fun for once going through boxes. Usually when I go, I'm like, oh, 50-cent comics. I just go in, grab a huge pile. buy it, and then I go home and worry about looking through stuff and seeing what I got. This time, since we got the new house now, and I don't have the amount of money that I used to take with me, I'm gonna sit there and be more reserved, more picky on what I get into. Kind of kind of enjoy going through a box of comics and maybe only picking out one or two comics from the box instead of picking out 50 comics. I know I'm bad. And I'm finding out that I have so much stuff that I didn't realize I had, and I'm duplicating and triplicating up in ways that are not good. So I want to get my room done, start the organization of the comics I'm keeping. I really want to either build or find some more of those wooden boxes that I came across, old boxes that from the early 1900s. People used them on their stores, on the shelves, stuff like that. But they're perfect for comics, standing them up, and they're made out of wood, so you don't have to worry about them breaking down. Can't believe how much they charge for frickin' short boxes and long boxes. Then the things after a half a dozen years or so just basically start falling apart. And it's like, really? You're charging me $50 for a freaking piece of cardboard? So, that's why, boys and girls, go to your grocery stores, hardware stores, anything like that. They have their boxes that they break down and pile up every week. See if they get certain items in that have a perfect fitting comic box in there. Go that route. It's free. They're happy to let you take them because then they don't have to break them down and send them out. So go that route. There's a lot of good boxes. Magazine wise, the alcohol boxes, the Bloody Mary boxes, stuff like that fit bagged and boarded magazines perfectly. And exactly the width and the height of the magazines. I usually like using the Bloody Mary boxes. Uh, Zing Zang. Green box. It's got like green logo covering and stuff like that. But Zing Zang Bloody Mary mixes and stuff like that. They have other types of booze related drinks that they supply, and I think they're all basically in about the same style and size box. But the Zing Zangs are exactly magazine width and height, and you can still close the lids. Perfect. I tape the lids on the sides so I can leave them open, thumb through the magazines. But yeah, those are the perfect. Almost every grocery store or liquor store will have them. Zing Zang's a very popular brand of Bloody Mary stuff. It's making me just talking about it makes me really want a Bloody Mary. But it's morning. I did not drink at all last night, so I don't. I like having a Bloody Mary for my morning after a long night of drinking, which I don't do anymore. But tonight I will be drinking. Don't know what shows will be out tonight, but might have to pop on a couple if I get a little buzz going. But got my Washington football team. I hate staying Washington Commanders. I'm still a Redskin, and I got my Redskin blanket right behind me here. I don't care what you say. That was the team for how many years, and I'm still sticking with it because they aren't changing the Chiefs or any of those other ones. So until then, screw them. I'll call them Washington, but I don't know why we couldn't have just went to the skins. All they had to do. Shirts and skins. I mean, it doesn't have to represent anything else. Just call them the skins. Washington skins. Uh, or the pigskins. Then their fans could keep the pig faces. Uh, that's the last sip out of it. Get too cold. I need a fresh cup. Uh, I don't have nothing else really to show, but I did get my comic book order in. My monthly order yesterday. Oh, I have not opened it. Do we want to open it today? It's going to take me over an hour. Probably go about an hour 15 today if I do this. But I'm all for it. If you're all for it. Then if you're not, it doesn't matter, does it? Because I'm pre-recording this. So you can't make me do nothing with me, whether you like it or not. But yeah, let's see what kind of shitty order I place when I buy comics. See if anybody likes anything that I buy. Starters. Uh, I did want to mention, as far as watching stuff, I I should have brought up my Xbox. I could tell you I did download about a half a dozen different games yet that I'm trying that I didn't mention. Some good ones. There's one where you play this character that's got like sand weaponry and armor and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. As long as you stay in a desert, weaponry basically revolves around being in the sand. Uh, but the weapons expand as he builds up hits and stuff like that. It's almost like Castlevania, but in first person shooter style format. A lot of fun. I wish I could remember the name, but enjoying that. They had a Trail Makers or one, kind of like a Lego style thing where you're putting together stuff. And it's actually done the right way. Trail Makers, I think it might be called. But I love the Lego games, but they're all laid out. You're not building nothing, which drives me nuts. In this one, you start with like a Lego style car that's missing a tire and an axle, and you got to put those pieces on there. And then in the later parts of the thing, you start to build up your vehicle and stuff, adding things to it. You can build other things and stuff. That's the way a Lego game should be. But I don't even think this is Lego based. I think it's just a Lego concept. Uh, but I'm not sure. It could be company. I'm trying to think. I did download a automotive repair game, which I haven't tried yet. Uh, there's a dungeon game that's simplistic but fun. Uh, yeah, there's. I should have had that up so I could. There's a. I can't think of them right now, but there's a good variety game. I did download Dirt 5. I like the uh, dirt racing games and stuff. That one's got awesome controls, so I'm looking forward to spending some time on that. I only played a couple tracks last night, and controls are perfect. So I'll go in there and veg on that some more. But yeah, and then as far as show wise goes, not really. Just pretty much catching up on our regular shows. New episodes that are out there and stuff. And I've been watching like cooking shows and antiquing shows and stuff in the background. Once the wife gets home or when I'm just working on stuff. But I did watch TMZ Presents The Real Hulk Hogan on Hulu. Uh, after Hulk Hogan passed, TMZ did this interview with McMahon and all them, got a bunch of different wrestlers and stuff. And it's, if you like wrestling and stuff, it's good to watch because, oh my God, I just, people look like they're on the edge of death themselves. I mean, McMahon, I'm sure he's had a lot of work done and it's probably falling off his face and stuff. Wow. He's a lot of characters I haven't seen in a while. They're old. We're getting old. Our faces are turning into something that should be buried underground. All right. Let's see what I got starting with the mini books. This one I'm really looking forward to reading like this week because it should be a quick read. We got Safi, the One-Eyed Cat, Volume 1. It's like, meet Safi, the one-eyed cat, along with her feline family. Safi can't help but get into a little mischief. Featuring dynamic comic panels, this kitty will make any young reader giggle. So on the back, you can see him with the other cat. It's just, yeah, this should be a fun, quick read. I'll read that one even today. Actually, all three of these mini books I might read today. Got Art Baltazar's Yags, The Mystic Orb. I probably won't review this one on here. Check out my other Yags videos and stuff. But if you want to see the review for this one, I think me and Anthony are going to do it on the next Crimson Cowl Comic Club. So you can check it out there if you want to see that review. Yags is so much fun. The Kraynobis and all that. And uh, it was perfect timing because I found a book that I didn't know I had. Was like the early versions of those. And yeah, and then all of a sudden he started making new ones. It's like that worked out perfect. Perfect timing with what I came up with. And then on the last Crimson Cowl Comic Club, I think it was the last one or the one before. I'm pretty sure it was the last one. But you can check the show notes if you're looking for just this item, but just watch the shows. They're fun shows. I think I think we're all enjoyable characters. But Anthony reviewed this, and I was bummed because I didn't have mine yet. But after hearing his review, I can't wait to get into this. But we got Dracula's Brunch Club. This is, have you ever wondered how vampires got their taste for blood? Dracula's Blood Brunch Club. It all started with a crimson red donut dripping and oozing with spooky secrets. I mean, jelly. Dripping and oozing with non spooky tasting jelly. Count Dracula is not your average vampire. Well, sure, he's undead, hates garlic, and will burn up in sunlight. But unlike other vampires, he has a knack for baking. And it's his brunch club's famous blood orange jelly donuts that give his fellow vampires the energy source they need to live forever. But when Transylvania experiences a mysterious jelly shortage, it allows his nemesis, Constantine, to swoop in and steal the brunch club and the vampire's loyalty from Dracula. Not just jelly donuts at stake. When townsfolk start to go missing, Dracula suspects Constantine has far more sinister motives lurking that could threaten everything vampires and humans have worked for. With the help of his chef and human friend Elena, Dracula must find a new oozy red energy source before every vampire and human turns on him and he loses his coveted brunch club forever. But yeah, there's a couple recipes in here Anthony's mentioned. Just his review made me very happy I had that coming. So looking forward to reading that one too. All right. Here we go. Get the rest of these comics out of here. I'm trying to release you from your prison. All right. Over there. All right. Let's see what we got here. Should be interesting. All right. I thought I jumped off. but I must have still had at least this one pre-ordered. We got Gunslinger number 46. I don't know why I jumped off. I'm gonna pick up the issues anyways. I just had to take a got the storyline kind of got to a point where it's in between plans, and so I had to jump off for a little bit. I don't know why and I got the sketch cover, The Invisible Man. I didn't order any more. So I wasn't big on the Dracula Universal monster story. I loved Frankie, and I loved the creature from the Black Lagoon. Invisible Man, I'm not a big character on the Invisible Man, the Mummy, stuff like that. So the Mummy one, I only got the first sketch issue. This one, I only got the first sketch issue, and Marvel's previews, which we'll check out later. But yeah, with James Tinian the fourth doing that, I should have probably picked up that whole run, but we'll see how the first one is. We got Geiger issue 17. Interesting cover here. Geiger kicking it at a playground, holding on to his Junkyard Joe action figure. uh, that's an IDW catalog. Yeah, Red Sonja versus the Army of Darkness, issue 5. So I think this is the last one. Looking forward to catching up on that. Like DC previews. I got Jeff the Land Shark, issue 3. Jeff hanging with Wolverine. I want to see those two bantering back and forth. I got Money Shot. I'm not sure. I think this is. Nah, this should be the penultimate. I think there's one more issue. Issue 4. Money Shot. Great series. If you never read it, by Tim Seeley. Patton. Is it? Yeah, Patton Oswalt and Tim Seeley are doing this volume of it. You basically got the triple explorers going around the universe, having sex with everybody to save the world, make the place, make the universe a better place. They do a wonderful job. We got It's Jeff and Other Marvel Tales. I love this cover. The Flurkins just slightly sneaking out. I don't know who's the big purple cat. Huh. Almost looks like he fit Thanos or something, but I'm not sure who this big purple cat is. It's like the purple Cheshire cat. Got some interesting chunks of hair coming off him. I don't know. Got alligator Loki, got Throg, Jeff the Land Shark, a Flurkin, and then the purple one. Just feel like I've seen that one, but it's just not clicking in my head at the moment. Oh, got Red Sonja versus the Army of Darkness number 4. Oh, this is the best cover out of all the covers of it. I was not happy with the cover options that we had for most of them, but that one's kick ass. Big ass kaiju deadite, I guess. Kaiju deadite coming after him. I don't know. Can't wait to read that. That's cool. I got 2 issues. All right, Toxic Team Up. I didn't. Don't know who this character is, and I don't remember seeing this name for the Toxic Team Up number 3. We got Toxie and Acid Chimp. Don't know who Acid Chimp is, but I can't wait to read it. Ah, this is cool. I love this cover too. Crypto's so happy on this cover. Just, yeah, I'm flying. Like he's got his head hanging out a car window. This is Crypto, the last dog of Krypton, #3. Another fun series. Yeah, I'm gonna be reading my ass. I gotta so I only got 5 days, 4 days left to play games. This is the blood type #3. Interesting little cover of the cleaning lady having a party, having fun cleaning up all the bodies. Blood type is my favorite EC run that they've done. It doesn't have the EC style where you have a variety of like a few different stories in each issue, like some of the other ones that they're brought back. This is an ongoing story all the way through it, so that is a different style for me than I'm used to with the uh, EC style comics. But excellent. I really enjoyed that run. So they did a good job with it. Then I don't remember this. I mean, I know the movie and everything, Kevin Smith's world, but yeah, I do not remember Chasing Amy being a. Okay, this is Quick Stops Volume 3, #1. All right, that makes sense. I'm like, did I order a Chasing Amy story and not know they did it? The whole edge is rolled on this one. Sucks. Damn it. That pisses me off. Uh, they sit there and, well, they do package it. And this is the next volume of Space Ghost, issue 1, blank cover, of course. It doesn't, yeah, it doesn't have the A cover on the inside. But yeah, they've been doing a great job with Space Ghost. So looking forward to what Volume 2 is going to be all about, if it's going to run off Volume 1 or not. Then we got Spawn, Hell Hath Arisen, issue 367. And it's one of the reasons I started backing off some of the Spawn issues is all of a sudden they went up, some of them went up in price. Some other new ones that are coming out are higher priced now. So then we got Naughty World or Naughty Word Fairyland, #43. And if you're not reading this, it's going to be ongoing now. He's just going to keep going with it, I guess. So, which is fine with me because it's such a fun story. They got so much stuff they could do with that. Here's EC's Cruel Universe, Volume 2, #1. The first volume was enjoyable. So, see where they're going to go with the second volume. I don't think, actually, since that's a sketch cover, I always like to see. They usually have. Nope. No cover A on the inside. Damn, a lot of sketch covers this month again. Oh, this is different. This is Space Ghost Annual, #1. The monkeys set up for surgery. Oh no. What are they doing to Gleep? Alright, and then we got another sketch cover. This is Godzilla Escape the Dead Zone. And there we go. there's a company that gives you cover A, or one of the covers on the inside. This looks pretty interesting. Yeah, that's got a whole different Godzilla style world set up there. I don't know. Could be very, very interesting. I thought I dropped off this. Apparently not. And I love all the Jenny Prison covers. I think they're going. They went past issue 12, and this is issue 13. So I think this is the last one I ordered. I'm like, are they going longer with this one? Gonna go. I think it was originally set up for 12 issue run, and now it looks like it's going beyond that. But I don't know if I want to keep ordering them or wait because I'll be able to get them in the bargain bin. And the last one we got is the Herculoids issue 6, which I also jumped off of after this because I did not plan on them going on beyond that. They are apparently. So I dropped that one too. Pick up the rest in the future out of a bargain bin. I just can't afford to keep all these runs going. I prefer to just get on runs that are for 3 to 6 comics in the run ongoing. It's got to be a really good comic. Holding on because my wallet has shrunk quite a bit now that I got a house payment and all this other crap. All the repairs I gotta do and all that shit. So, but we broke the hour mark, so we're gonna stop this. Not too bad. Hour 10. Uh, hopefully you enjoyed. Keep following under the Cowl of MS. Rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, give us those likes. Leave a comment. I'll comment back. And check out Crimson Cowl Comic Club group podcast. And if you want to catch me on other people's live shows, go into my live shows and friend shows folders and check those out. Our Monday night auctions are still going on, 5 p.m. Central Time. Me, Aaron, and Dan, and there might be some other people in the near future. I'm really looking forward to seeing Tate pop up on there. Hopefully, he's gonna start coming on and selling some stuff that he needs to get rid of. He's in the situation that I'm in, where he's basically dealing with a bunch of home repairs and working on stuff. Yeah, it's not fun. It's a pain in the ass to get people to do shit, and be nice to be able to do it all myself like I used to because I worked construction, rebuilt houses, all that stuff, remodeled stuff all back in the day, but my body doesn't let me do it because of stupid MS. And yeah, I can't work tools like I used to be able to. My hand on my C's, and the body spazzes out. And can't really be on ladders and shit like that. So I'll work around, do what I can myself, and then the rest I gotta do the shit. But we don't need to talk about that. And then last Friday, and I think this Friday, I'll be on the Crazy Hungarian nighttime show. I think it starts at like 8 or 9 p.m. Central Time. Just check out Joe's channel, The Crazy Hungarian, and you'll find out uh, show times and all that stuff on there. We show covers, shoot the shit, hang out. It's a fun. I had a really fun time last week, and Boggs is going on vacation. The lucky little shit's getting to go out of the country on vacation, and so I told him I'd fill in for him this week, which should be fun because I picked out some comics that are Vogue-esque. uh, style comics that I would hopefully he'd enjoy. Uh, but yeah, that's it for today. So talk to you again soon. Lots of other stuff on the channel to check out, so check it out and get your friends and everybody else to check it out too. I'm like hanging like a booger on that 250th subscriber. I got to 259, and then I seen yesterday it backed off to 258. He's bouncing around. So I don't think I'm gonna do a giveaway for 250th. I'm gonna do something different. Uh, since people aren't really popping on new people and stuff like that. So keep an eye out. Lots of fun things happening in the future, especially with October coming. My favorite time of year. All right. Talk to you again soon. Bye.